This is what the brain feels like if you were to poke it with your finger. One of the most common questions I get asked is, what does the brain actually feel like if you were to poke it? And it's actually really hard to think of something in consistency that closely resembles brain matter. And so after thinking about it for quite some time, I figured the closest thing that I could think of would be the meaty part of your palm. If you gently make this OK sign here, you can poke this meaty part of the palm, and it kind of feels like what brain tissue would feel like. But it's important to understand that the brain can have many different consistencies. For example, a diseased brain could have more soft or more firm tissue. Certain cancers can make the brain tissue actually feel very, very soft, almost liquidy, while other tumors can actually be calcified and it can actually feel like bone. But typically speaking, there is a structure to the brain, and it mostly comes from the fluid-filled sacs inside of the center part of it called the ventricles. The ventricles are filled with cerebrospinal fluid, and during brain surgery, if we need to get to certain parts of the brain, we actually have to relieve some of this fluid. So we basically deflate the brain. By releasing some of this fluid, it actually becomes a lot more soft, and that's when it starts to feel a little bit more like jello. And that's